Hola. Breathing. Simply breathing and being aware of all the many vibrational pulses around us at all times. It is powerful to feel at that level. However, when unrecognized, and identified as something other than what it is, a pulse, a feeling, it is in the breath that we are capable of presence. Not something I'm always good at. Or I should say maintaining. I am capable of experiencing unbelievable vibrational pulses as we all are meant to. However, in the transmission of those energetic pulses, we often hear chords and vibrations that set off thought processes or actual words, like we'll actually be redirected, and we may or may not have heard spoken word in our mind or an overthinking mind. It's a unpeaceful vibrational mind that redirect us and track us, right? Right? Disharmony, unease, chords and vibrations. All to which create fear and love, right? I believe, I believe, and I am working towards achieving my energetic cords within my body to experience love at all times. And I think that in the process, I know. I don't think I know. I know that within the process I've gotten stuck. And I do get stuck, or I go through passageways of stuckness. Fear-based cords holding me back. from anything, whatever my personal fears are, you know. Right now we're in a pandemic where everyone's personal fears are coming to the surface, specifically over their well-being and health, right? And isn't it funny that we were in a time prior to where people feared death but didn't give a shit enough to concern themselves whether they would live or die on a day-to-day basis based off of how they treated themselves, as well as others, how they respected other people's personal space, right? That's all part of this lesson we're learning. How your energetic cords are going to be within my energetic field, what levels of disharmony are showing up within each person that could potentially set off an illness in the other person, right? I love telling and explaining to people of tuning forks, and if you have a set of tuning forks on one side of the room, if I strum G on this side of the room, G on the other side of the room would go off as well. So two sets of tuning forks on both sides of the room, they sing. They sing together. So vibrational beings sing with other vibrational beings, and when one being's body is out of tune for whatever reasoning, they are bringing disharmony to others around them. And if we are incapable of identifying what those vibrations are, we live in fear. We live in fear, right? Because you can't identify what the vibration is moving through your body. All you know is that it's a vibration, right? So the vibration moves through your body. You're incapable of understanding why and how to identify it. So it sets off messages, or again, just the vibration is so uncomfortable to you that in your experience it makes you want to run from it instead of face it, right? So fear, it's a form of fear. I'm hearing, why am I breaking it down for you like this? So you understand what the experience is. Are you actually experiencing a fear based on what is being spoken to you outside of you? Because at this point in time, we're getting so much different information and distortions of truths that is the fear you're experiencing authentic fear, or is the fear you're experiencing just a disharmony in your body that you don't want to be accountable for, that you don't want to understand and own, right? So if you don't lean into the discomforts within your own body and in your own experience, it's going to leave you separate from other beings because you're choosing to live in a level of disharmony within yourself. That's fear. That's fear. And we do it all the time. We do it all the time. I do this. And I do so much work to not do that. I do so much work to not do that, and have and will. The personal journey of blessing and a curse, right? The experience that we have within our own personal stories, the experience that you have in your own personal story is that which you must face within you. It is a vibrational experience within you, one that you've already discovered or have experienced a feeling towards. You have experienced a feeling towards something within your story that has created an imprint within your body. And when you go and experience other vibrational beings around you, their vibration sounds off of yours, and you're reliving an experience whether you're conscious of it or not. So can we be present, take full breaths in the presence of others, on our own time, And when we do, what are we choosing? What are we choosing? Are we choosing to get by? Are we choosing to be happy? Are we choosing to inspire, explain, co-create? Love and fear. Right? Learning to identify the vibration that is playing out in your body and in your own ears. In your own ears. The vibration to which you're experiencing in the moment is actually heard by self in the moment when listened to. However, it's interesting when people can't hear themselves. I included. I included. Paying attention to external sounds more than our own internal sounds. Right? How often we seek outside of ourselves to identify whether we are safe or unsafe or creating a safe or unsafe situation versus actually being within our physical form in order to have the experience. Fear. Such an experience. Such a dramatic, profound experience, and when present with it and acknowledge that that fear is made easier, I guess is, well, excuse me. It is easier to be present with the fear when you are capable of breathing a breath underneath the fear. When we allow ourselves to create a space between us and the fear, and not just a space, but a space that ignites our whole being, that ignites our feet to the crown, above and below us, all around us. When we learn to ignite a breath that is capable of breathing around us, not just breathing a breath that we've created within ourselves that is often shallow and fearful. When breathing a breath that allows you to actually breathe around your being, breathe in an expansive breath, own that space. In order to breathe that breath around other people, it must be practiced at home. You must practice the breath and the connection into the full being, the full body, at home, by yourself, in order to comfortably with less toxins in the moment. Fear is like a toxic buildup that when engaging with other human beings can be experienced because the vibration that person is bringing to the table presents your fears. Right? So, experiencing a vibration in this moment, listening to this video, and allowing yourself to be present with it. You may not like how I speak or the vibration to which I'm communicating. Why? Right? What vibrational experience are you having at this moment? And can you breathe the whole piece? Right? All the way from root to crown, arches of the feet, in fact, arches of the feet, and beyond. Practicing when it doesn't matter. I love that. Practicing when it doesn't matter, so that when it does, we can meet in harmony versus distancing and being forced to be guarded from other human beings because people don't know how to be accountable for the vibration that they live within. When we're accountable for the vibration to which we live in, then there's no reason for not being able to engage with each other in close proximity with love and consciousness, vibrational consciousness within yourself. Within yourself. Not in defense. That's mine. Okay? At least one of mine. Maybe it's yours too. Maybe you're living in a place of defense too. Maybe you're protecting the vibration inside of yourself because you're afraid of being accountable for finding peace within yourself. Right? Vibrational accountability. If you want to break it down, that's fear. that's owning your fear. Is vibrational accountability. How do we do that? Oh, breathe. Thank you. I kept asking, how do I communicate this fear piece to them? And in the last few days, my system has gone through a series of openings and channelings to allow myself to communicate the experience of fear, as well as how to heal it. Right? So much more explaining of how to heal it. If you wish for more, go to my Facebook page and follow me. How to own the vibrational fear within your body. JodiRehm